Hello everyone, this side Sanwaria here, the Eccentric Entrepreneur guys, presenting to you all today the 27th episode of the 7 p.m. series guys. So without delaying anything, let's just go to the screen and see what is happening today. Okay guys, I have already told you in the last some minutes of the like closing hour actually by watching the time frame patterns and all those, the bank nifty and nifty actions, not the bank nifty, especially the nifty actions, that the market is going to go open negative tomorrow. Okay, kal negative ho sakta hai because this was a gap that is pending here of course, and in the ending there has come a sell off. Okay, because market actually tried to sustain above, it tried to sustain above this level. Okay, first time it was here, second time it also tried to reach here, and third time also it failed again drastically. Okay, so 15,900 again, it is acting as a very critical support resistance area for the nifty of course. So bulls are still not able to get above this area. Okay, so again bears are actually taking advantage of that, and again I feel tomorrow we can see a negative formation in the candles. Okay, so just be cautious of course. Tomorrow we can only plan for the selling side trades, otherwise I'll love if there comes a buying opportunity, I'll surely let you know about that as well. Okay, so कल के लिए अपना simple सा factor होना चाहिए guys. If nifty actually crosses this swing, right? Okay, if nifty tries to go below 15,850, 850, 960, whatever these areas, right? मोटा मोटा ही समझो कि अगर ये जो आज का पूरा कैंडल का लो था, right? If you check it out, right, on 30 minutes time frame chart, there might be a trend line. There is a very steep trend line guys which is going through the charts of course. Okay, so it is something like this. Okay, the formation. Okay, and I feel again, just like always I keep on telling, the sell off will be coming very fast. Okay, so you need to be very quick guys. Okay, I don't know whether it will be sustaining down or not. Okay, because still 16,000 levels are yet to come, and I have already been telling that market is going to be taking a reversal patterns to the downtrend of course when it approaches 16,000 areas. Okay, so it might be the day. I'm very much not sure about it, but again watching on the live market charts I can actually tell you what can actually happen. Okay, so here is this thing of course, if nifty actually closes below this thing, right, and if actually starts going, first of all you're supposed to keep an close eye on this area. Okay, what it is doing here, is it actually closing here or is it trying to make some wicks actually. मतलब होता क्या है मार्केट नीचे तो आएगा, but again it will be starting to form the wicks. Okay, मतलब हो सकता है वहां पर रिजेक्शन उसको आने शुरू हो जाए, जैसे यहाँ पर रिजेक्शन आया था, राइट? ओके, ऑन दैट डे। तो यहाँ पे देख लेना एक बार कि ये गैप, यहाँ पे जो एरिया, दिस एरिया ऑफ 15,800, इट माइट एक्ट एज अ सपोर्ट. ओके, it might act as a support. 15,800 plus minus 100 points. Okay, up down like that always. So make sure you watch that area again, and again this trend line can also act as a support system. Okay, which I have already drawn earlier. So thinking of, first of all, the point is like if market starts to fall, if the fall comes, first of all that is going to be very panic selling, huge it will come. Okay, if you happen to buy some puts of course, you can actually do that and scalp it out very easily. Okay, because that momentum is going to be very drastic. Okay, second thing, if market starts to fall slow and gradual, okay, then make sure you watch out these areas. Okay, because not only it is going to be acting as a support of the this gap of course, but also there is a trend line, okay, which is going through these areas. Okay, so this is the interesting area, 15,800 plus minus 100 rupees plus minus. Okay, above and down. So keep a close eye here guys, what is nifty doing actually here. Okay, after that if it tries to close below and if it sustains below, then you can actually continue trades as well, but again maintain the strict stop loss. I'm telling you this thing very frankly upward, because I don't know whether it is going to be making the beginning of the nifty fall of course from tomorrow, or it can go up, then it will be falling by forming a double top pattern. Okay, like most of the times that happens. Okay, but again make sure that you are keeping the stop loss strictly on the upper side. Okay, whatever the sell off you're going to be making. So this is the approach for the nifty guys. Coming to the bank nifty, again it is still bullish. What the hell has happened? Okay, so bank nifty is still bullish guys. Okay, so you can just simply see this thing, like there was a big huge a rejection from the downside of the bank nifty yesterday of course, and after that the momentum is still continued. Okay, and if you can see this already, there is a trend line very steep going through on the daily time frame chart. Why my trend lines are going like this? Very bad handwriting, drawing, sorry. Okay, so only 30 minutes time frame chart, if you ask me, Sanwaria, what can happen? Let's just see boss. Like I'm having a very clear view. If the market actually tries to go above this swing, I talked about this yesterday as well, right? The trend line, something, it was like this, right? I told you if market actually closes above this area, right, this was the point of interest, right? I told you This was a trend line that we had drawn yesterday, and I told you if market tries to go above this area, you can easily go buy the puts of buy the calls, of course. And I was already having the potential 35,000 call, that is for the positional, and I just made some good profits, of course, and I booked some of them because again, depending on the nifty scenario, at the ending, guys, I booked some of the profits. Still there is some quantities which is into holding, of course, but it is not the 100% quantities. Okay, you need to understand, guys, if nifty falls, of course, bank nifty it also will fall, right? Again, it might not fall drastically, but there will come some pullback. Okay, so apne mindset ko, you have to actually comprehend your mindset in respect to that, what is going to happen. Okay, you have to just take a probability of that as well, right? Like, what if your trade goes into negative situation, are you prepared to take all of that loss in your pocket? Okay, if not, then make sure you travel light. Okay, please, पोजीशन साइजिंग उतनी ही करो जितनी आपकी जेब को या आपको दिल को दौड़ाना पड़े, ठीक है? डोंट मेक some kind of those mistakes. Okay, so again, nifty was bullish here. Again, I made some good profits in the mornings for the call option that I had. Actually, tomorrow's action will be same. Was if actually market tries to go above this areas, okay, I will buy, and again that is going to be scalping trade. Why? Because nifty is still bearish. Okay, if nifty sustains above 15,800, which I have already discussed, then again this is going to be bullish trade, of course, not a second doubt about it. But again, if nifty tries to go close below 15,800, and again if it tries to make some negative sentiment, boss, I'm out of the trade. Okay, I'll not be buying, I'll only be selling. Okay, now on the smaller time frame chart, if you will check it out, boss, there is a small trend line, okay, up trend line like this. Okay, market is respecting this one. So tomorrow, actually, if bank nifty tries to close below this thing, okay, if bank nifty goes below this thing, right, you can simply keep a stop loss, okay, like this 50-60 points. Okay, and again we can see some good fall, and it can continue till 35,000. Okay, since 35,000 is the area where market actually rallied from today, and it is also the point of interest, so many times it has happened. So we can see 35,500, it has already there been. तो 500 पॉइंट की रैली भैया हमें आराम से देखने को मिल जाएगी. Okay, we can easily see 500 points of rally. Okay, so that is the point for the bank nifty. Okay, again, so let's just see what is happening. Buying only shall be happening above this swing. Okay, guys, that is the most important point. Only buy above this swing, and selling opportunity, if it comes, it will be very fast. I'm warning you again, you need to be very fast. Okay, with the fingers लेके बैठे मत रहना अपने ट्रेड को, वहां पे लेके निकल जाना. Be very quick. All right, so this is the nifty and bank nifty analysis, guys. So let's just go ahead. So guys, Canfin Homes is the next stock which we are going to talk about. Okay, I gave you this trade in the very morning, of course. If you will see this thing, yeah, in the morning, first update was VGuard. Okay, you need to keep an eye on it, but again it opened only gap up, so nothing can be done. Okay, so forget about it. And next stock was, guys, CCL and Canfin Homes. Okay, target 370, SL 347, 3 rupees was the stop loss for CCL, and Canfin Homes 527. Stop loss was 510, right? 510. Oh yeah, stop loss has not been met. Yeah, still. So guys, this Canfin Homes is a positional trade, of course. Okay, and if market again turns out tomorrow to be negative, guys, so little bit of dicey things can happen. The only reason why I gave you this trade was because there happened to be like a big volume candle, okay, that happened on this day. Okay, of course volumes are not being shown here, but again just understand this thing. This huge volume came. Okay, so someone is trying to buy the stock at a very lower point. Okay, so that is the only idea, because the volumes, if it shall come, it shall only come from these areas. If you can see this thing, these areas of 520, 530, these are acting as a critical support. Okay, so if stock goes below 520, I'll revise my stop loss again. If this stock of Canfin Homes, if it closes below 520, please exit. Okay, don't keep the stop loss 510. Okay, that was only for the positional trade. I was assuming already that it can fluctuate, so that is why I gave you a little bit bigger stop loss. Okay, that was the only reason. But again, make sure you keep an eye on this stock as well, because if you can see this thing, there is already being a trend line. Okay, like this. Okay, I feel like this can be breaching out very soon if again market turns out to be bullish again. So we can see something like this. Okay, and this is a very good trade that is going to happen, because let me be very frank, on the daily time frame chart, if you can see this thing, the targets that I'm expecting from this stock is more than 600, guys. Okay, and if you literally ask me, 520 is the buy. Okay, if you can calculate the risk to reward right here, so boss, 510 nearby this, right, 2% risk, and how much is the reward? 600 I am expecting, 15% reward, right? So that is a very fantastic risk to reward ratio. But again, only buy this stock if you are already having this stock, then please hold. If and if it closes below 520, please exit as well, depending on tomorrow's market sentiment. Okay, if it turns out to be negative, then again I feel it will of course be testing first of all 500. Okay, because if you can test see this thing, this was acting as a support. Okay, now support area has been shifted upside. Okay, and I always keep on saying this thing to you so many times always, that support and resistance guys are areas. Okay, it is not mandatory the thing that oh अगर ये 580 के लेवल के नीचे जाएगा या 600 के ऊपर जाएगा तो भैया ये रेजिस्टेंस को फाड़ देगा, ऐसा नहीं होता. ठीक है, सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस आर ऑलवेज एरियाज. इफ यू कैन सी दिस थिंग हियर राइट क्लियरली, earlier this area was acting as a support, then next time the support area shifted upside, right? Now again it is trying to make the support upside. This is a good thing because it is now making higher lows, right? So this is the uptrend signal. Okay, the low which was earlier low, now next low is upside, right? So higher highs and higher lows formation is of course a simple एक उसको बोलते हैं uptrend की निशानी है, right? It is a simple symbol of uptrend actually. But again, if it turns to be negative sentiment, I feel it will be testing nearby 490 500 areas. It can actually test, there is no denying in that. Okay, but again take that small loss, but believe me, when this reversal area will be happening from 500, right, there will be a non-stop rally. Because if you can see this thing, every time it has gone from 500, it has given a good rally. Okay, so just wait for patiently for this stock. Okay, it will be giving you good rewards. Second stock guys was CCL. Okay, the only reason why I was holding this stock with a strict stop loss was because it was making continuously bullish sentiments. Okay, this is 12 p.m. sorry, yeah, in the morning actually it was something like this forming. Okay, but again the stop loss was 347, that was yesterday's low actually. So somewhere here actually triggered, and again it tries to go up, but again eventually it sustains below the levels of course. So there's no point in holding this stock which is already taken up your stop loss as well. And again that is the most important thing that you need to understand guys, stop losses are meant to hit. Okay, because they prevent you from getting more loss. Okay, I'll repeat again, stop losses are meant to hit. Okay, so that you can actually prevent your most important loss. If you're actually having taken a trade of say 1 lakh rupees, okay, if my capacity is only boss 5,000 rupees of the loss of that 1 lakh rupees of trade for just 5%, I will be a fool if I'm taking 20-30% of that loss. Think about it, because you never know how much is the bottom it can make and from which point it will turn again. So the most important factor of hope, which these are just false hopes. Okay, because if someone will be knowing, if I will be knowing boss, this is the only point from it where it will be bouncing back upside, I will not be a fool, right, to buy it up, right? I will obviously be buying down, right? I'm not an FII. Okay, I'm not a DII with thousands and tons of crores of rupees with me. Okay, the only way to like make a good money is only if you have a close relationships with the FIIs and DIIs. If any one of you have, please do let me know, okay, in the comment section below, who is having close relationships with the FIIs and DIIs. Okay, so that was again a failure trade. Okay, this is again a failure trade. Okay, Moil, of course, this was again a loss trade, I would suggest. Okay, there was a lot of stop losses hit. Okay, this Moil also I told in the morning only, because of this bullish sentiment. Okay, it was sustaining again, and I told you strictly to have the stop loss of this one. Okay, 192 was somewhat the stop loss, but again from 192, if you can see this thing, if you would still be holding the stock has gone till 189 guys. So that is a lot of risk. Okay, please don't take any unnecessary risks. Okay, always define your stop loss, what is the maximum loss that you're going to take. Okay, but if that stop loss is hit, निकल जाओ वहां से, लेके बैठे मत रहो करो उस स्टॉक को. ठीक है, Whirlpool, tell me, this is this is the setups which I actually teach you. Okay, this is the one candle setup. Okay, OCS, that I actually have recently devised after so many years of experience. Okay, even my students don't know about this. So these are the setups in which I have high conviction trades, based on which I tell you there will be just one single candle which will be breaching everything shitty inside. What are the happenings inside between. Okay, I told you Whirlpool so many times ago from here as well. Yesterday also I made a specific video about Whirlpool as well. So guys, today it has given a fantastic breakout. Okay, I'll tell you one thing, it does not matter which index you're working in, which stock you're working in. If you are having some good setups, of course, even though if the market is falling, right, your setups will be susceptible to work. The reason is simple, because the stock has already fallen so much of time, right, and it is already at the bottom. Okay, it is already making good patterns, so it is almost the time for the reversal. And if in case if the reversal or the bullishness for the stock has not come, of course, then of course it will be consolidating more, boss. It will not be going further below this, okay, because if it is sustaining this position, अगर ये यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी इतने दिनों से टिका हुआ है, तो भैया कोई ना कोई बायर तो है ना जिसको यहाँ पे मेंटेन करके रख रहा है, राइट? सम बायर इज ऑलरेडी देयर, राइट, हु इज मेंटेनिंग दिस पोजीशन. So think logically about this thing, okay? This is the psychology behind the trading, of course. So Whirlpool has given fantastic trades, of course, here, okay? And again, tomorrow I expect there will be some correction, of course, okay? It can be a halt candle or it can actually give some downside correction. So depending again on the market sentiments, okay? So please, those of you who are having the stock in the CNC holding, hold this stock, ride for the 3,000 areas, okay? Because my targets are already, I'm telling you, very big, okay? For all the stocks, whichever I'm gonna ever give you. So 3,000, still 700 points to go. Let's just see when it comes, okay? So Whirlpool is done. Tomorrow's stock, guys, Metropolis. You can actually sell this stock, okay? Because again, I feel there will be a correction coming, and again, if it falls below today's low, okay? And if you can see already, there is a 30 minutes trend line breach, okay? That has already happened, I guess. Yeah, the trend line has already breached here. This was the trend line which was breached already in the morning. It actually breached yesterday, but it just tested again today, and again it started to continue fall. Okay, anyways, if you get to see that tomorrow as well, you know, if this swing is taken out, okay, you can easily scalp this trade till the targets of 2,800, okay? 100 points easily it can be capturing. It can be captured tomorrow for the intraday, guys. Make sure you are fast enough and keep the stop loss always, okay? Buyer's crop. If you know already, this stock I have been telling you since the areas when it was already here. Yesterday also I discussed, today also it has gone up. So okay, this is the logics, okay? No matter whatever happens in the overall market, if the stock has already made a bottom, boss, it is time for it to reverse, okay? Nothing else to do. It can consolidate, of course, but again, it is surely not gonna make lower lows from those areas, okay? So that is the buyer call for you. Tomorrow's stock, most important, sell Reliance, okay? Because it can surely give you good profits. Reason being simple, the trend line is getting respected, of course, and if Nifty and Bank Nifty actually become negative, so there is not much room for Reliance, okay? If you go and see the daily time frame chart as well, I feel there is still a pullback and it can continue till 2200, of course, areas. क्योंकि यहाँ से अगर आप देखोगे तो एक ब्रेकआउट आया था, ठीक है? ये जो ब्रेकआउट है यहाँ से ऊपर गया है, बट अगेन इट कैन टेस्ट ऑलमोस्ट दीज एरियाज, ओके, फ्रॉम 2200 till 2226. Like in Reliance tomorrow you can easily capture 20-30 points easily, okay guys? Make sure you're fast, again I'm telling you, okay? Please make sure you're fast. If not, don't trade. Simple. So 30 minutes trend lines, guys, okay? Already I've drawn and I'll draw it again. If Reliance goes below this trend line, easy, it is a sell off trade, guys, okay? Simple. It has already closed below this trend line as well, so again just a small stop loss is going to be there, okay? So I feel it can easily give you targets of 2225, nearby 2202, like 2200 also it can be achievable depending on the, you know, that flow of the market, whatever happens in that initial setup, okay? So Reliance is sell for tomorrow, okay? Other stock which I gave you was what? Metropolis, right? So tomorrow two stocks. IRB, again if you see this thing, this stock has already again made 8% bloody upper circuit, 8% upper rally again, which I have already been telling you from these areas, okay? And if you can see this thing from till now, actually the stock has already given how much percent of return, boss? 23% return is already like in your pockets as of now, if you would have already taken that recommendation. Rest is up to you. Okay, IRB is done. After that, guys, LIC Housing Finance. Now this is the only stock which I am bullish still, okay? If market tomorrow, this is the channel that I've drawn, okay, from 520 till 530, almost 528, nearby that. If any candle tries to close above this 528, 522, 530 areas, right, it is a buy sign, guys. And again, you can buy this stock for the long time holding as well. You can buy this stock for the swing trade. You can buy this stock for the positional. Anything you buy, just buy. That is all, okay? This is the only buy stock for tomorrow. If any candle closes above this channel, okay, just mark it out. And if you want to take a screenshot, take it right now. I've given it a bigger sentiment, a bigger picture for you. Next stock is Dhani, guys. Depending on the situation which is already it is making, tomorrow it can also be up, okay? And if it tries to go above these swings, right, which is already the swing of the yesterday as well, so I feel it can give you good momentum, guys, and it can continue till 220, 230. And still it is a stock which is already having in the portfolio of mine from 167. I told you already, right? If you have not seen my already the 7 p.m. series, guys, I would highly recommend you to go check out the link in the description, guys, and do watch it out, because you will be learning a lot of things from that. Okay, if you're already learning a lot of things, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the videos, guys. That actually makes me motivated and make good content more for you, right? So again, there is a good upside. The next target which I'm expecting from this stock is minimum 300. Okay, and for the long term targets 400, 500. Let's just see whatever market holds for us. So again, the same stock which just happened today in in Whirlpool, right? Today, this is a live example of Metropolis, which can happen tomorrow. Okay, not Metropolis, Whirlpool, sorry. Okay, yesterday there happened to be a good rally, of course, and today there is a halt candle. Okay, so if you see something like this in Whirlpool, you can easily scalp for the short side trade, but don't hold it. Okay, easily scalping for the Whirlpool has to be done. You can easily capture 10, 20, 30 points as well within the momentum, within the flow, whatever comes, please take it and leave it. Okay, don't hold the trade for the entire day. I'm telling you and I'm warning you, please make sure you do that. Ipca Labs, okay, this is again most important, psychologically important thing, guys. I have actually told you this stock from these many areas. Okay, I've been telling you, guys, this stock is gonna be making at least 20 to 100 rupees a target. Okay, now understand this thing. Yesterday the stock actually had a good rally. Okay, now today the stock has fallen, so shall I exit? That was not the point. Okay, I'll tell you one thing very frankly. Yesterday when it closed right here, I exited like almost 50% of my quantities. Let me be very frank here. Okay, and I'm only holding 50% of the quantities with this candles low as a stop loss. The reason why it happened is because there were some things, of course, at the ending of the stock which I noticed as the price action, and some psychological factors were also there. Okay, and again, if you can see this thing, this was acting as a resistance also, right? This stock, okay, it was making wicks. Okay, so it is always good to book some profits, but again, boss, like that is the point that you need to understand. Okay, now the stock has already corrected itself. Okay, and it is going down, right? So tomorrow I can tell you one thing. Okay, if you see that the stock is actually trying to go up, okay, then you can buy again, and these are going to be the buying zones. You can see this thing, right? The stock is taking a very critical support from these areas, guys. Okay, so if you see the stock comes into these areas and it is again taking a bounce back, surely it is a buy, boss. Don't worry about it. Okay, so wait for this thing. Tomorrow if you see some opportunity here, it is a buy, it is not a sell stock. Okay, tomorrow Hind Copper also, I already told you, it is a buy stock for tomorrow if it approaches these areas 158, 160. Okay, the simple reason for that is, again, if you can see this thing, the initial buying happening was coming from these areas, right? Let me just go to the bigger time frame here. Okay, so these were the areas, right, which is going to be acting as a critical support now. So this is the area, interesting points, right? From here the rally came. Now the stock has a very small room left. Okay, 160, 158, whatever, 2-3 points are remaining. If the stock comes down, okay, and if it starts making good patterns, we will be buying. And again, there is a very steep trend line, guys, which is already being formed in the Hind Copper, something like this. Okay, all right. Okay, so something like this, actually, the trend line is being formed by Hind Copper. So again, now understand this thing, these are the support areas as well, the support areas, right? So again, this is entirely a support area. Okay, if you ask me, because the stock is into a range bound condition here. Okay, so within this area, it can be any point from where the stock can reverse. Okay, so whenever a stock approaches a support area, the critical support area, so it can reverse from any point. Okay, it is not the fact कि भैया यहीं से घूमेगा, उस पूरे support के range के अंदर वो कहीं से भी घूम सकता है. ठीक है, इसको please हमेशा याद रखना. Next stock is, guys, MRPL. There was a good stock conviction, of course, yesterday only. That is why I took this stock for the like BTST trade and swing trade. I already told you. Okay, and again today it has made a high of 56. So I will exit some of the positions tomorrow if the rally kind of becomes negative. Okay, because again I'm having some negative sentiments regarding the market. Let's just see where the this stock opens. Okay, based on that I'll be exiting some of the quantities with a strict stop loss of this one. Let's just say, yes, today's stop loss only low I will be taking as 51. Okay, for the entire quantities, 50% I will be exiting somewhere. Okay, wherever if the market opens gap up or if it starts making negative sentiment, I'll exit. Okay, this is an unusual stock. Now the stock name is Sakuma. Well, the name doesn't matter, at least. Now understand this thing, guys. This stock actually made a great rally here, and if you can see this thing, this is a weekly time frame chart. I'll zoom it out for you to make sure you understand it on a very clear number. Guys, can you see this thing? I'll just show you some drastic figures here. 1 week ago, okay, on some certain date, the stock was trading at just 20 rupees. Next week, stock's low is 24.21 and the high is fucking 249. Can you see this thing? In a single week, it has moved more than 800%, I guess. Let me just check it out. 934%, which is almost 1000% return in just 1 week. And again, see this thing, what happened next? The stock did not sustain here and जितनी जल्दी से ऊपर गए थे भैया उतनी जल्दी से नीचे भी आ गए, ठीक है? तो ऐसे कुछ स्टॉक्स रहते हैं मार्केट में, ठीक है? जितनी जल्दी एक चीज याद रखना, सस्टेनेबल वही चीज रहेगी जो एक strong foundation के ऊपर बनी रहेगी. If there is not a strong foundation for the stock, what is a strong foundation for the stock? If it is making a pattern like this, if a stock is going simply like rocket, the faster it goes, the faster it comes. Okay, simple logic. Okay, have a strong foundation in the stock market, and if you see in any stock that in a very less amount of time you are getting a good amount of return, always exit, always book 100% profits. Simple rule, always keep this in mind. This is a rule that I have actually got to learn after having a lot of amount of losses. Okay, I'm telling you frankly. Okay, so please make sure this is the same thing which is gonna be happening. I'm expecting it to happen in Adani stocks. Okay, I'm not kind of making any false statements, or if I'm not trying to make any false judgments here, but again, the same stock patterns you can see on the monthly time frame on Adani stocks. Okay, Adani Enterprises, something like that. Okay, so if you are having Adani stocks in your portfolio, I will highly recommend you to book at least 60 to 70% or even 80% of your portfolio. Okay, because if the market corrects, those will be the stocks which will be falling at a very critical speed. Okay, याद रखना मेरी बात, पहले बोल के जा रहा हूँ, अदानी के जितने भी सारे स्टॉक्स हैं सबसे पहले वो गिरेंगे और जितनी स्पीड से ऊपर गए उतनी जल्दी स्पीड से नीचे भी गिरेंगे, ठीक है? तो उसके बाद गाइस, yeah, this is one more important stock for intraday. Again, I've been telling you to buy sell for such a long time. Now it is time to sell the stock. Not the positions, of course. थप्पड़ मार दूंगा अगर positional trade अपनी CNC holding बेची तो. So guys, tomorrow you can actually sell the stock. Okay, if it tries to go below these areas. Okay, if it crosses this swing. Okay, 136 somewhere, what you can actually see the levels of 132 as well. Okay, and that is all for this video. I hope that is more than enough that I've given you the stocks for. Okay, for tomorrow. So make sure there is actually some entry points. Okay, which you should be needing to patiently be waiting for. Okay, Hindu Copper is a buy tomorrow. Okay, Ipca Labs is also a buy if that opportunity gives us. Okay, that is all. And after that, guys, the most important thing was regarding the reviews. Okay, so there are 5 contestants which are selected. First is Mr. Charan Katama Reddy. Second is Mr. Mudit Gupta. Then Abhimanyu Singhal, you are not qualified for this because you have not written any written comment. That was not the thing that I mentioned there clearly. I need a written comment. Okay, if 1 or 2 lines, whatever it is, whatever it comes from your heart, right? Simple. Then Mr. Avinash Jaiswal, you are also a winner. Mr. NT Bajaj, sorry to say, you are also not qualified. Last person, 5th one, Mr. Ravi Sigi Reddy. Okay, so these are all these people, guys. 5. I hope it has happened. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Yeah, Mr. Akshay Chaube is also the 5th one. Okay, so congratulations winners, and I request each and every one of you to actually email me, okay, on this email, that is sanwariacorporate@gmail.com, and just simply type there the premium stock. You will be getting to see the premium stock in your emails, of course. Okay guys, so let's just take the last stock of the day. Mr. Ravi Sigi Reddy is having about Deepak Nitrite. Okay, let's just look at this stock. Deepak Nitrite, guys. So this is a stock. If you can see this thing, okay, again the whole momentum of buying it came into the negative sentiment again. And if you can see the daily time frame chart, okay, I'll tell you one thing, this is not a good buy as of now. Okay, so Mr. Ravi, I would suggest you to wait. If it gives you a pullback till 1500, okay, then only buy, please. And you can just simply place a GTT order for the 1500 areas. Okay, because if you can see this thing, there is a steep trend line, something like this, okay, which is happening for the stock. And expecting that the Nifty and Bank Nifty and everything, there is going to be a 40 to 50% correction, which I'm expecting. You can actually buy the stock at 1500 levels, and please don't buy your full quantities. For example, if you want to buy worth of stock, say 10,000 rupees, divide that 10,000 rupees worth with this stock, okay, and only buy 50% of the stocks here. And if you get to see some good fall again till 1,000 rupees or somewhere around that, okay, if you see I'll tell you these are the levels, okay, where you need to buy. Every time whenever a stock halts, right, this is a good level to buy, okay. So this is the good level to buy, okay, like this. So first level, you can add some quantities at 1500. If it falls further to 1250, 1300 areas, you can add some further more quantities. If it goes till 1000 again, you can add some more quantities, okay. But again, this is a very bad way of doing the average, okay. But again, only do this thing if you're going to stay invested in this stock for the long time. That is the only catching area for this one, okay. So that is all, guys, for this video. I hope you get to learn a lot of many things. So this side Sanwaria here, signing off, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye.